Welcome to Cosmo Talks. I'm Petra. In this episode, we explore the estrobolome and how you can be a good host to your microorganisms, because together you form a fascinating ecosystem. And when the interaction is right, when the crosstalk runs smoothly, you flourish. Your estrogen level isn't determined by your ovaries alone. It's also determined by your gut. Sounds strange? It's true all the same. Certain gut bacteria produce enzymes that can reactivate estrogen after your liver has inactivated it for excretion. They give it a second life. This part of your microbiome, the estrobolome, helps determine how much active estrogen circulates in your body, and that has enormous implications for the menopausal transition. Your liver processes estrogen and prepares it for excretion through the bile into your gut. But in your gut, certain bacteria can reverse this process. They produce an enzyme, beta-glucuronidase, that makes the estrogen active again. This reactivated estrogen is reabsorbed into your bloodstream. The composition of your estrobolome determines how much estrogen is recirculated versus excreted. A highly active estrobolome keeps more estrogen in circulation. A low-activity estrobolome lets more estrogen be excreted. In 2017, researchers introduced the concept of the estrobolome in a landmark paper in the Journal of Steroid Biochemistry. Since then, our understanding has grown explosively. A 2023 study in Gut Microbes analyzed the estrobolome of pre- and postmenopausal women. They found significant differences in composition and activity. Postmenopausal women with higher microbiome diversity had higher circulating estrogen levels despite comparable ovarian production. Their estrobolome partly compensated for the reduced production. This has clinical implications. Women with a poor estrobolome often experience more intense menopausal symptoms. Less estrogen recirculation means a faster drop in effective levels. The transition feels more abrupt. Women with a rich estrobolome often have a more gradual transition. Their system buffers the hormonal decline. But the estrobolome isn't static. It's influenced by nutrition, antibiotic use, stress, and lifestyle. A fiber-rich diet supports the bacteria that form a healthy estrobolome. Antibiotics can disrupt it. Chronic stress affects its composition. A 2022 study in menopause showed that women who ate more plant fiber had fewer vasomotor symptoms. In other words, hot flushes. The hypothesis, their estrobolome was more robust. At Cosmo Group, we started analyzing the estrobolome as part of our midlife assessment. Since 2007, we've guided thousands of women through the transition. The patterns were clear. Women with richer, more diverse estrobolomes navigated the menopausal transition more smoothly. Not symptom-free, but less severe, less abrupt. A marketing director in her early 50s illustrates this. Severe hot flushes, sleep disruption, mood swings. The classic symptoms. Her estrobolome was surprisingly poor. Years of strict diets and repeated antibiotic use had taken their toll. We supported her estrobolome specifically. No hormonal intervention, a microbial intervention. Varied fibers, fermented foods, time. After 4 months, her symptoms hadn't disappeared, but they were significantly reduced. Manageable, livable. Her hormone levels hadn't changed. Her processing of those hormones had. The aha moment. You can't always influence your hormone production, but you can influence your hormone metabolism. Through your estrobolome, you have a say in how much of the estrogen you produce stays effectively available. Your gut is a lever. This means gut health isn't only relevant for digestion. For women in the menopausal transition, it's directly relevant for hormonal balance, care for your estrobolome, and you support your transition. Neglect it, and you make the transition needlessly hard. The biohack, fiber rotation. Different fibers feed different bacteria. For a rich estrobolome, you need diversity. Choose 5 different fiber sources and rotate them through your week. Oats, lentils, broccoli, apples, almonds, or other favorites. A different focus each day, the whole rotation each week. This isn't a diet. This is ecosystem maintenance. You're feeding the diversity your estrobolome needs. This was Cosmo Talks. You're an ecosystem in constant conversation with its inhabitants. Listen to those conversations. They tell you more than any blood test could. Curious? Visit cosmogroup.eu and discover what your microbiome has to tell you. Until the next episode.